Juki e-learning series Basic Knowledge of Sewing course, Overlock Stitch Edition. Chapter 1, Basic Knowledge of Sewing, Overlock Stitch Edition. In this course, you will learn how to adjust the main adjustment points that affect stitch skipping in overlock stitch sewing, the stitch formation, and its effect on sewing. In particular, skills must be acquired to fix stitch skipping, which is a sewing problem likely to occur in overlock stitch sewing, and the skills to deal with sewing problems that occur in real-life sewing. 2-3. Stitch formation in overlock stitch sewing. In chain stitch sewing, sometimes the edge of the fabric is sewn to prevent the threads at the edge of the fabric from fraying. Since the stitches are formed in a mesh-like pattern, this sewing is often used for stretchable fabrics. Generally, it is sewn using one needle with 3 threads: needle thread, upper looper thread, and lower looper thread. However, there is also overlock sewing in which 2 needles and 4 threads are used to reinforce the stitches. The following is a step-by-step explanation of the stitch formation in overlock stitch sewing. 3-6. Alignment of double chain stitch looper. Adjusting the distance of the double chain stitch looper gauge changes the timing at which the double chain stitch looper enters the needle thread loop. Standard adjustment is 1.4 millimeters to 1.7 millimeters from the needle when the looper is at its leftmost point. This section explains how to make adjustments. 3-10. Adjustment of differential ratio. Differential feed is an important function that increases the ability of the machine to handle different types of fabrics, such as fabrics that shrink easily or stretch easily. At the maximum stretching position, the feed dog moves like this. You can see that the main feed dog moves significantly, and the distance between the main feed dog and differential feed dog narrows and widens. And this is the sew obtained. Summary of sewing problems caused by incorrect settings. In the previous sections, you have learned about important adjustment elements of the sewing machine that can determine the quality of your sewing project, and also about what problems can occur if they are not adjusted in the right way. This table is a summary of this information. Since there are many items, it is explained in 4 sections. Chapter 5, Summary. As mentioned in Chapter 1, 6 major elements are involved when you create lock stitches using a sewing machine. However, in the case of overlock stitch sewing, additional elements must be added. Needle guard is an essential element to prevent stitch skipping, needle breakage, and needle bending. In overlock stitch sewing, a knife mechanism is an essential element for stitch formation by sewing the edges. If the overlock stitch sewing is compound stitch, looper thread take-up cam is required. In this course, you learned how to adjust the main adjustment points that affect the stitch skipping in overlock stitch sewing, the stitch formation, and its effect on sewing. Among others, you now have the skills and an understanding of how to fix stitch skipping, which is the most commonly experienced problem in overlock sewing, and also how to fix other sewing problems that you may experience in overlock. These skills and knowledge are immediately useful at the production site. Take advantage of them for your greatest success.